It's like you just drop a bomb and now you don't know how to turn it off because you don't know nothing. It was never those moments, you know. So when King talked to me about it, our manager, well, ex-manager, whatever, was in the circle, and we out talked, and he broke down everything on like what he was going through, what he wanted to know, and why he made up what he made up, you know. And I feel like at that moment I was being put up in a position where I was just stuck in my little box, you know, like nobody could really even help me out, because it was like, okay, it's either between you and your friend, or it's between you and Kim, based on what Kim just told me about another situation, you know. So long story short, you know, King did what he did all because he tried to get some information out of me to find out what was going on in his relationship. And of course, during that moment, me and Nick, I don't know if I can honestly say that, oh, the friendship was just fake all the way around. I personally don't really feel like it wasn't, but we was not besties. We was not best friends, you know. Yes, like King said in his video, it was a lot of moments where we always used to argue with each other. We lived in the house together, so we all used to argue. We used to argue was because it was jealousy, or because me and Corey was doing something without telling them, and they felt like they needed to be involved. And it was always like this, like we was always just bumping heads with each other, like always, like us two couples was the main ones that will always just bump head and never really to see like eye to eye with each other. Like it was never that, you know. So when it came down to it, like Ken already knew it, but Ken, of course, at that moment he had to be next to Nick, you know, like he needed to be next to her. So Ken a lot of times told Corey, there was like, yeah, man, you know, a lot of things just get out of control, and it's not because of me, it's because of her, or it's because of Karma, it's because of the girls, basically. So when the situation happened, long story short, you know, Ken just wanted to confirm something that he already knew that was going on in the relationship. And obviously the position that I was in at that moment, I felt like I wasn't loyal to nobody, because I'm finding this out, and then I'm finding this out from this person. So it's like me and Ken low-key was in a circle. We was like, so we just like, are we being played? Like, what's going on? And then Ken said something he knew, and I was like, well, you know what? This is what I think I know, you know. And I said what I knew, and that was his confirmation of what he had going on in his relationship. And it was more so of like the cheating allegations, you know, like from her side, from his side, or whatever, you know. And the thing about it is, I'm not gonna keep talking about it, only because it's more people involved in this. That is not just Carmen. See, the fucked up part about it is, when the situation came out, it was just Carmen, you know, like Carmen the bad guy. Carmen went and had whatever with her best friend boyfriend, and he looking like, oh, then like you ain't shit because you went and did this with your girlfriend best friend. And it was, you know, it was seemed like it was just us two, like, you know, like they're just the people. But in reality, it's really more people adding to the circle. And like Ken said in his video, we all know the truth. Like, I know the truth, Course knows the truth, he knows the truth, and Nick knows the truth. Like, we all know the truth. Like, we all know the truth. And I didn't even know that after Nick came to my house the next morning, she felt bad for coming to my house when she ended up finding out the truth. You get what I'm saying? So you came to my house, broke things, put your hands on me, this and the third, da da da, but you went back home crying and basically saying that you felt bad for doing that, and you even regret making the tweet because you basically made it out of emotions, you know, like you instantly just made a comment. So we didn't know that until King, you know, talked to us. King, I can't honestly and say that I respect King the way he moved it, because even though he said what he said, he never brought it to social media. You know, like the lie that he made up, it was between us, like all of us. It was not for social media. But she made it to social media, basically. And that's how everything just went completely left. And the way it went left, it was like, how are we going to get out of these box? Because people are going to believe what they want to believe. And people are going to say what they want to say, you know. So it is. I can't never say enough, because I feel like people will always switch my words at the end of the day. People are going to believe what they want to believe. People are going to this, people are going to do that. But if my video made a situation that it need to be made, then I apologize for my video. But once again, like I said, my video was just made, you know, like very like pure. You know, I was just answering questions. She answered questions how she wants to answer it, and talks about what she wants to talk about whenever, with whoever, and however. And I don't see nobody saying like, oh, y'all pick and choose when y'all want to come for me. Basically, it's like when Carmen said something, it is like World War III would be, you know, like y'all don't like for me to say nothing. Y'all don't like for me to say anything. But when I don't say nothing, y'all call me dumb, because it's like, oh, stand up for yourself, defend yourself, say this and say that. But when I do, it's like,